Steve, we had a weekend that was good and bad in equal amounts. So we'll start with the good news, which was Scott Fitzgerald picking up our first British title in, like I say, I think about 4 years, mate.
Certainly a long time, but what we were talking about last week was, that could light the flame for a few British champions to come out of the VIP stable over the next 12 months. Made up for Scott, he's had a difficult period in his life and seems to be coming through it now. He's just had a little baby boy, which is great for everybody. It changes the life when you have a baby, and I'm sure it'll be an influence on Scott. And obviously, when you turn pro, one of your dreams is to win the Lonsdale belt, and now he's got it. His dream,
now
he's got it. What I'd like to do is make sure that he gets 3 quick defences and he owns the Lonsdale belt. So that's the aim for Scott Fitzgerald.
Yeah, so he can win it outright before he progresses.
Yeah. I mean, he's 27, so he has to push forward. But there's good kids in Britain where he can defend, he can learn his education, and then we can start pushing him onto world honours. But it'd be nice for him to own outright that Lonsdale belt. It's a lovely belt.
Do you think that'll start with a rematch with Ted?
I'd be very surprised. He did a little bit of crying afterwards, didn't he?
A lot of crying, mate.
Yeah, a lot of crying. That he thought he won the fight. I mean, as you know, I'm going to talk about in a bit. We was over at Ellesmere Port, so we didn't get to watch the fight live. But I watched it back, and because of all the controversy, shall we say, I've made my own scorecards, and I had it 117, 113 to Scott, and I wasn't being biased. Those early rounds where they were saying Cheeseman won them, I just didn't see it. Okay, he did something different, he boxed on his back foot, but for me, he just run away. He didn't do anything. If he wouldn't have been Scott forcing a fight, there wouldn't have been a fight, because he wasn't engaging, and he never really hit Scott. So I had the first 3 rounds clear for Scott Fitzgerald. I had the 4th a draw. I had Scott winning the 5th. I had 6, 7, 8 for Cheeseman, 9 a draw, and I had 10, 11, 12 very, very clearly for Scott, because I think his legs had gone a little bit, and he had to stand and fight, which is what we expected he would do. And fair play to him. He had a game plan which made him get through and survive the 12 rounds. But now, what he did is not winning a boxing match, not for me anyway.
So a comfortable win for you then, mate?
I feel it was a comfortable win for him, yeah.
I've not watched it all back yet, but I from, as you were saying, all the interviews I'd watched, I thought it was going to be some kind of travesty, but I watched it back and I was thinking, I don't see what Ted Cheeseman sees it.
No, I think because he did something different, he thought he was deserving to win a fight, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? He just wasn't. So clear winner for Scott, and we'll move on. I mean, there's a few talking about it, and the Andy Fowler's crying about wanting a rematch, but I'd just say to Anthony, be careful what you wish for, because that's what he did for the first fight, didn't he? He kind of shouted that on. And now, the way I look at it, the shouting's no good. He's got to earn a fight back with Scott, and he's not done yet. Beating Brian Rose doesn't earn a shot at Scott Fitzgerald. Got a good fight with that Irish Guard next time. I think he will win it, but there'll be times in that where he's not looking so good, that's for sure.
Yeah. And now on to our show at Ellesmere Port. We'll start with kicked off with the heavyweight clash. Did a favour for a friend, was it Camille Skolowski?
Yeah. He's just joined a Polish friend of mine, and he wanted to get him a win before he goes into the heavyweight contender, which
Ultimate Boxer, isn't it?
Sorry, Ultimate Boxer, yeah. So he's going into that in there, and he got a win, and he looked pretty solid and powerful, and he'll be in that Ultimate Boxer, and he'll be a threat to anybody. Him.
And then we had a kid making his debut for us, former kickboxer, Thai boxer I should say, when I say kickboxer, Jake Barton.
Yeah, he's learned his trade, he looked okay, and it's only his 3rd fight, and he sold quite a few tickets, so as a reward for that I've said to him he can go on the 7th of December, so
some noise,
he's got a fight coming up again, which, keeping him busy is good, isn't it? Yeah.
Then who was next? We had Matty Fagan looking really good against, I know it was Lee Howlett, but he...
Yeah, listen, he said at the time that it was going to be a good fight for him because the kid's naturally bigger than him, and he'd come and he could get his shots off him and have a bit of a fight, and it was a good 8 rounds, you know what I mean? He did look good, yeah. He
did, it was the best I've probably seen him while he's been under our banner. And then we had the return of Mashadod.
Yeah, a bit of pressure on Masha there. I know he was only fighting Ibrahim Riaz, but you know he was coming off a bad result, and if he didn't win, he was going to lose the opportunity for the title at the big arena in Liverpool. Forget what it's called now. It's the M&S Arena now. With our own Tom Farrell. So I was impressed with him. He looked like he got back to his old self. He was smiling, which had gone off his face for a little while, and the old Mastodon was there. Yeah,
he was hitting and not being hit. It was good. It was really good. I was really pleased with him. And then the top of the bill, which was. He'd done amazing, the tickets in there, the place was packed out, wasn't it? But not the result we wanted.
No, it wasn't, you know what I mean? He was turning into being a cracking fight, and then obviously one shot turned it in the favour of Danny Ball, and all respect to him, he took a bit of a shelling in the first round, probably lost the second, and then in the third he had a big shot which hurt Mason, and he capitalised with it, didn't he? He didn't stop throwing his punches, and the ref was right jumping in because Mason looked in trouble, and that's the referee's job, isn't it, to stop it when it's going that way. And it was an hard place to work, and we really grafted to make that happen, and Mason went out, as you say, sold a lot of tickets, worked his bollocks off selling the tickets, and worked really hard to make the weight and be in shape, you know what I mean? He'd done everything, so everything was done for winning that belt, so it is a bit upsetting, not just for Mason but for me as well, because we worked really hard to try and get that WBC International Silver Belt. It's not happened, but you know what? We've had the opportunity, it's gone through our grasp, but he'll come again. I'll work hard, he'll work hard, and he'll get another opportunity, and hopefully we'll get a meaningful belt for him.
Do you know, his fans though, they were brilliant, they stayed all behind and all cheering him and everything. It was when that happens to you, you get stopped, it's normally everyone just disperses, and it's like a horrible atmosphere, but they kept it.
I noticed, I seen him afterwards walking around before they come back to the change rooms, and you think, well, let's get him back in the change rooms and console him and everything, but no, listen, he knows what's happened, probably got a little bit overconfident because he was doing really well.
But very one-sided, didn't it?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you're fighting for a meaningful belt like that, the person in the corner is coming to have a proper go, and he's going to be a good fighter, because the WBC aren't like a lot of the other bodies where you can get anybody in, you know what I mean? They look at the opponents, and they've got to approve them, and they want good fights, and listen, he's lost, hasn't he, at the end of the day, but we all did our utmost to try and get him to win. He wasn't to be, and we'll all do it again. So for VIP TV, everyone who watched it, it was good entertainment for them as well.
Right, nice one, Stephen. This weekend we've got another title fight, haven't we?
Yeah, Marcel Braithwaite's going away from home up to Hull, and we'll probably do one in a couple of days on that show. It looks like it's going to be a packed house in the new bonus arena. I'm really looking forward to that Saturday.
Boys to that area as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, nice one, Steve. I'll see you in a few days then.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks, mate.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.